EastEnders 3,000-word rewrite. Double trouble at the Albert, Cindy and Elaine's unexpected partnership. Albert Square is no stranger to strong women, bold clashes, and explosive partnerships. But next week on EastEnders, the usually tranquil Prince Albert becomes the epicenter of unexpected unity, sizzling tension, and outrageous fun, as two of Walford's most iconic divas, Cindy Beale and Elaine Peacock, come together to form a surprising new duo behind the bar. In a world where power struggles are common and friendships often turn sour, Cindy and Elaine may just prove that sometimes the best partnerships are forged in fire. Elaine's Void. Life after the Vic. For Elaine Peacock, losing the Queen Vic was more than a business decision, it was the loss of identity. A woman who thrives in social spaces, whose heart beats for the clatter of glasses and the murmur of secrets over wine, Elaine has been somewhat adrift since stepping back from her iconic role as Walford's landlady. Despite the drama that engulfed her time at the Vic, it gave her purpose, a reason to wake up and put on her signature glam. Now, without a pub to run and with George Knight no longer by her side, Elaine is struggling to define her next chapter. Elaine's always been at her best when she's in charge, pouring pints, calming rowdy customers, and managing every crisis like she's on stage, says an EastEnders insider. The Vic was her domain, her pride. But with that chapter over, she's been quietly sinking, even if she won't admit it. It's Yolanda Truman, a voice of quiet wisdom in Walford, who picks up on Elaine's subtle sadness. When the two women sit down for a heart-to-heart over coffee, Elaine lets her guard down, revealing just how much she misses the hustle and bustle of pub life. It's a powerful moment, two women bonded by experience and empathy, discussing not just pubs but purpose, friendship, and life after heartbreak. Cindy's chaos. Holding the Albert together. Meanwhile, over at the Prince Albert, Cindy Beale is barely keeping her head above water. While Cindy has never shied away from taking control or managing chaos, sometimes creating it, running a bar during peak season is no small task. With regulars pouring in, event bookings ramping up, and a reputation to uphold, especially after the drama of the Wimbledon viewing party, Cindy is juggling far more than she ever expected. Though she'd never admit it publicly, Cindy is exhausted. The long shifts, the demanding customers, and the sheer responsibility of managing the bar solo are starting to wear her down. And just as she begins to feel the cracks forming, Elaine walks in, and everything begins to shift. A turning point. Elaine steps in. Elaine arrives at the Albert just in time to witness Cindy battling with the Friday night rush, customers demanding drinks, bar staff falling behind, and the tills struggling to process payments. The stress is visible on Cindy's face, though she tries to mask it with her usual no-nonsense flair. Elaine watches silently for a moment before slipping off her coat and rolling up her sleeves. "Need a hand, darling?" she asks casually, not waiting for an answer before jumping behind the bar. And just like that, the tide begins to turn. Elaine's natural flair for customer service and ability to keep things moving smoothly under pressure is undeniable. She glides between patrons with ease, takes control of the floor, and even manages to defuse a near fight between two bickering regulars. Cindy, to her credit, watches it all unfold with reluctant admiration. She didn't expect to need help, and especially not from Elaine, our source reveals. But seeing Elaine in her element reminded Cindy of how strong women get things done, and maybe made her think twice about writing Elaine off. By the end of the night, the bar is not only back under control, but buzzing with good energy. Customers leave happy, the tills are balanced, and Cindy has had her first proper breath in days. A surprising offer. Later that evening, Cindy pulls Elaine aside. The air is calmer now, the music lower, and the tension between them has shifted. It's no longer icy, it's electric with possibility. "I'll admit it," Cindy says. "You've still got it." That was impressive. Elaine smiles. "I know. It's a moment charged with mutual respect, and perhaps the tiniest inkling of a newfound alliance." Cindy doesn't waste time. "Look, how do you feel about making this more permanent? I could use someone who actually knows what they're doing. What do you say, co-managers?" The offer stuns Elaine. Co-manage the Prince Albert with Cindy Beale? The very woman she's clashed with countless times? But as she considers the chaos, the fun, the people, and most of all, the chance to have a purpose again, a genuine smile spreads across her face. "I'll think about it," she replies, but her eyes already say yes. A rocky past, a potential future. Cindy and Elaine haven't always seen eye to eye. In fact, they've spent much of the last year in a series of frosty exchanges and veiled insults, most of which stemmed from their mutual connection to George. With him now gone from both their lives, it feels as though the fog has lifted. There's nothing left to fight over, No man in the middle, no pub war. Just two ambitious, capable women who might actually complement each other. They've got very different styles, says the show's producer. Cindy's sharp, modern, and a bit ruthless, while Elaine is old school, elegant, and thrives on charm. But together, they make magic. Already, the duo are planning themed nights, special events, and community outreach that could re-establish the Albert as the beating heart of Walford's nightlife. Rumors are swirling of a drag queen karaoke night hosted by none other than Kim Fox, and a retro 80s disco where Elaine plans to dazzle in full shoulder pads and heels. Community reaction. Frenemies no more? Word spreads quickly in Walford, and as news of Elaine's involvement at the Albert leaks, locals begin taking sides. Some delighted by the new dream team, others skeptical about whether two strong personalities can truly coexist. Linda Carter raises an eyebrow but wishes her mum well, while Kathy Beale privately worries that Cindy's stubborn streak might blow the whole thing up. But perhaps the most notable reaction comes from Peter Beale, who watches the developments with amusement. You do realize this could end in a catfight or a karaoke competition, he quips to Cindy, who shrugs it off with a grin. We'll give them something to talk about, one way or another. Behind the scenes. The making of a power duo. Behind the scenes at EastEnders, actors Michelle Collins, Cindy, and Harriet Thorpe, Elaine, are said to be thrilled with the unexpected storyline twist. They're having so much fun, a crew member reveals. The chemistry between them is electric, like a comedy duo one minute and dramatic powerhouses the next. Their scenes are reportedly packed with improvisation, laughter, and the kind of tension that keeps viewers glued to their screens. With both actresses veterans of British television, their mutual respect translates beautifully on screen. Could romance be on the cards? While this storyline is focused on friendship and empowerment, viewers are already wondering if romance might also bloom, perhaps not between Cindy and Elaine, though that would certainly be a twist, but in the form of new love interests that walk into the Albert during their reign. With both women single and emotionally recovering from heartbreak, the bar could become more than just a business. It might just be the setting for a fresh start in love. A new era for the Albert. As the week draws to a close, Elaine finally accepts Cindy's offer. In a show-stopping moment, the two women toast to new beginnings behind the bar, with champagne in hand and a cheeky wink to the camera. The Albert, once a quiet corner of Walford's nightlife, now has the potential to become the most vibrant place in the square, all thanks to a partnership no one saw coming. They're not just co-managers, says our source. They're a force of nature. And Walford better be ready. Final thoughts. Sisterhood, sass, and second chances. This EastEnders plot twist proves yet again that some of the best moments come when the unexpected happens. Elaine and Cindy, once rivals, now stand on the cusp of something fresh, exciting, and deeply empowering. It's not just about running a bar, it's about reclaiming identity, building something new, and finding connection in the most surprising places. As Walford watches, cheers, and occasionally gasps, one thing is certain. With these two running the Prince Albert, there's never going to be a dull moment.